All right, welcome to our explainer. Today, we are diving deep into a really fascinating idea. This concept that maybe, just maybe, life's most important choice isn't about what you do, but about what you choose to see. So let's just kick things off with the question that's going to frame this whole discussion. What if life's biggest choice wasn't about what to do, but what to see? It seems like a small change, but trust me, it flips everything on its head. So here's our roadmap. First, we'll unpack what it really means to see. Then we're going to redefine two words we all think we know, blessing and curse. That's going to lead us to the main event, the shift from getting something to becoming someone. And finally, we'll get super practical with the how and the where of it all. Okay, so our whole journey today starts with one single, incredibly powerful Hebrew word, and that word is re'eh. You see, the source text we're looking at, Deuteronomy 11:26, starts with this word, re'eh. It gets translated as see, but it's way more than that. It's a command. Think of it this way. It's not just glancing out a window, it's being told to pull out a map and study it. Re'eh is a command to really look, to perceive the two paths that are laid out right in front of us, one of blessing and one of curse. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. There's this tension, right? Our eyes, our sense of sight are so easily distracted. The world is constantly throwing shiny objects our way to tempt us and lead us astray. But then, on the other hand, you have Shema, hearing. And this is presented as the path to clarity. It takes focus, yeah, but it's the main way to get that divine guidance we need to cut through all the noise. Okay, so if we're being commanded to see this choice, we have to get crystal clear on what the options actually are. And this means we need to hit the reset button on how we think about blessing and curse. The source material gives them a whole new spin. So the Hebrew word for blessing here is barak. And get this, it literally means to kneel. The image this paints is just beautiful. It's like a father kneeling down to put his child safely on his knee. So a blessing isn't about getting a bunch of stuff. It's God making a decision to say, I'm with you. I'm going to help you with all my power, all my wisdom. It's a promise of his absolute backing. And then you have the curse, kelalah. Forget the movie version with lightning bolts and bad luck. The root of this word means to make light of something, to treat it like it's no big deal. So a curse, in this context, is a spiritual state of being totally disconnected from God's purpose. It's that feeling when his word is being spoken, but it just feels completely irrelevant to your life. It just bounces right off. So when you boil it all down, the choice we're supposed to see isn't really about sight at all, is it? It's about sound. It's about which voice you're going to tune into. Are you going to listen to the focused voice of guidance or the chaotic noise of the world? That choice, well, that choice changes everything. And this brings us to what might be the biggest mind shift in this whole explainer. We are about to challenge the entire way we think about what it means to be blessed. And there it is. This is the core idea right here. Just let it sit with you for a second. Blessing is not something you get. It is something you become. Wow. That one sentence moves the goalposts from what's in our hands to what's in our hearts. Let's break that down. The getting mindset is all about stuff, right? External rewards, a new job, a bigger house. It's transactional and it's temporary. But the becoming mindset, that's about your inner spiritual state, your character. It sees blessing as an internal qualification. And that is something that lasts because it's built on relationship. The source gives us a perfect, real-world example of this, a church family camp. See, the real blessing wasn't just getting to go to this fun event. No, the real blessing was the qualification to be there in the first place, being a member of that community. That status, that fact that you had become part of that family, that's what unlocked all the privileges. The special lodging, the cheap meals, the sense of community, the simple, powerful right to belong. That's becoming in action. Okay, so if blessing is a state of becoming, then how in the world do you get there? Well, the answer isn't to just sit back and wait. It requires you to get up and actively, intentionally go after it. And for this, we get two fantastic action words. First is bakash. That's about seeking persistently, like you're looking for your lost wallet. You don't just give up. And the second is darash. This is about going deep, like you're digging for buried treasure. It's not about passively waiting for a whisper. It's about actively and stubbornly hunting for that voice. So, how do you actually do this seeking? The source gives us two incredible metaphors. First, the word is your GPS. When you feel totally lost in life, it gives you turn-by-turn directions. And second, the Bible is like a master key ring with 66 keys on it. It literally holds the key to unlock any problem you're up against. Okay, so we know what we're trying to become, and we know how to seek it. But there is one last crucial piece to this puzzle, the where. Because according to this, the place you choose to connect, well, it matters a lot. The source calls this place hamakom, which means the designated place. The key word there is designated. It's about being intentional. It could be a physical location, sure, but it's also a state of your heart. It's the place you go on purpose because you know that's where the presence you're seeking resides. So why is finding this designated place so important? Because the ultimate goal is ehad, oneness. By intentionally going to that place, you and that divine presence can occupy the same space. And that leads to this incredible state of unity and total alignment. And this brings us to one final critical contrast. You've got hamakom, the designated, God-centered place. And then you have the temptation of kol makom, which basically means wherever, any old place. This is worship based on convenience, on what's easy and comfortable for me. The message here is so clear. True connection requires intention, not just convenience. So let's wrap this whole journey up. It starts with re'eh, a command to truly see the choice in front of you. That choice is about Shema, which voice you will hear. Hearing the right voice helps you understand barak. That true blessing is about who you become, and you get there through bakash and darash, actively seeking, and you lock it in at hamakom, the intentional place of connection. And so we end right back where we started, but with a much deeper perspective. The source argues that your entire life, your state of being, your sense of purpose, everything, is a direct result of what you listen to. So that leaves us with one final, really personal question to think about. With all the noise fighting for your attention, what voice are you choosing to hear today?